welcome to my channel, and thanks for joining me. And let's go ahead and get this day started. Let's open the blinds. Okay, so now that we've got the day going, it's time to get started. And I wanted to start with showing you how to organize your Google Docs if you do work in Google Docs. If you're anything like myself, things can be unorganized and tend to be all over the place. And that's not a bad thing. That just means that you're busy and you're creative and you don't really have the patience or take the time. But in order to start a business and try to get that successful mindset, you have to learn how to really be patient with yourself and take the time for those small things, because they really do make a difference. And for myself, I do struggle with ADHD combined type. And what I do is I really just try to focus on the goal. And I know it's hard sometimes to get distracted, trust me. And I've come to find that things that I have been doing, such as drinking my glass of pomegranate juice or cherry juice with my Spark in the morning, has really helped me. Not so much coffee though. Too much caffeine in the coffee is just not a good balance. I tend to get overwhelmed or anxiety. And so that's why I just stick with natural supplements. So anyways, let's get to it. Okay, so this is my Google Docs. And as you can see, there is a lot here. And they're not in folders as far as this. And this is a lot from school and just a lot of my own personal writing. So let's go ahead and organize it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here. You're going to go to the drive. And then once that loads, as you can see, I have these folders I have created in the past for our channel and for my other classes I took prior. But then you're going to go new, and then you're going to go folder, and then you're just going to go ahead and type in the folder name there. Move to anthropology, move this one, copy, what the heck, move to okay. When this starts to happen, this is when the ADHD kicks in, unfortunately. But what I do to stop it is I just get off the tab and I go do something else in the meantime that is still substantial to the point of what I'm doing on the computer, instead of, like, say I go shopping or something on Amazon. No, I'm just going to go to a different task that's right below this task that I was supposed to do for my business. All right, let's go. Okay, so unfortunately having technical difficulties, but that's okay. We'll keep going. So we got past the technical difficulties and I just ended up organizing everything. So anyways, now getting back to you, I want to show you an example of procrastination, and then the procrastination leading to stopping and not picking it back up for quite some time. So I started this originally in November. And the time, yes, it was like 2 in the morning. It was one of those things when I was just up really late. I couldn't go to sleep. And I just started thinking, oh, might as well start working on my goal, my business. And didn't get nowhere. But recently, with self-discovery and just being patient with myself and trying to find boundaries, I have been more focused, and the first example is me actually drafting my business plan and sticking to it and re-editing it and going back through it and just doing like constant research and not really nitpicking at myself because I don't want to bring myself down, but more so just concentrating on what do I want my purpose to be for my business. So going through everything, you know, I figured out what I want to do, and I want to make an impact. Well, that's like a really broad niche, and I'm on a late start, especially because it's really, really saturated, which is amazing. And it's honestly something that I never really realized. Making an impact for the greater good, for people to benefit, not just to sell things or to just like market and scammy ads and stuff, because I've definitely been, unfortunately, a victim of those, but to make a difference. So I'm going to school for human services, and I've been in college now for 4 years, and I got my associates in communications and now going forward with my bachelor's. And through it all, you know, I was like, why do I want to go to human service? Why do I want to be in the human service field? Well, I started saying I wanted to start a business about 3 years ago. And it was off and on. I'll do a little here, I'll do a little there. And I had a Shopify store once, and it was just for some quick cash. I made like $100 and then I shut it down. And I also had a really crappy business partner. So this time I was like, yeah, I want to do products because I do design, but I want them to be like reasonable price, and I want the products to show an example of the business, like the message, which is LMA, love my attitude, and just means overall to love your mental health, love yourself. And in order to do that, you really have to understand that all the obstacles that come your way, everyone who doubts you or you doubting yourself, like, that's all static, that's all noise. And a lot of social media and unfortunately TV does that to us. It makes us think that when we can't achieve what someone else is achieving, because we say we try to achieve what we just seen on a TikTok, and then we make our own TikTok, and then we don't get those kind of views, or we're just like, man, I need these views, I need these followers. That's getting you nowhere. That's literally driving you insane. And you may not realize it at first, but that's what happens. It's exactly what happens. And it's honestly, unfortunately, it's all learned from social media psychology. You know, there's actually a diagnosis now that is really sad, and it's called social media withdrawal. And it's very real, and it's because these app developers, they have, I don't know if they've necessarily studied psychology. I imagine they have with consumer psychology, who knows, but they are smart and they know how to get in here. And that is why they're so successful. I want to be able to make an impact, and I want to be able for people to be more word of mouth and be able to say, yeah, you know, I bought this product from LMA and it's really authentic and it's great and it wasn't too expensive, and if they want to return it, go ahead, return it. And even my services, because I will be doing services as well, as far as I'm going to be doing some counseling services. I'm not really sure, I'm still like up in the air about that. I've been working on creating courses, so my business is going to be innovative. So I'm not only going to have product, but I'm also going to have services and courses, and I can't really wrap my head around what is coming, but I know it's all great. And at the end of the day, I can't wait, and I'm super excited for you, all of you, whoever's watching this, to join me and just to see like the whole progress, because the promise I made to myself was, if I can wake up every day and go to a job I absolutely like just dread, And it's not so much I dread it because of the people. I have nothing against the people. It's just the work. I mean, I was literally sitting at my computer at work and I was thinking, well, what could I be doing for myself right now? Like, I do all this work, I do all this stuff for this other company to make their money. Just like these other girls do it for It Works, except they just get commission. I actually get an hourly paycheck. So what is keeping me here? Security, of course, and certainty, because I know for sure I'll get that check. And what's the point? What's the point of being afraid of uncertainty if I don't even know if that uncertainty really is going to get me, like, if it's going to get me, sorry, spaced out moment there. But as I was saying, what's the point? Because, okay, we're concerned of uncertainty, but what is the point? Because if I'm uncertain and I don't know, then how will I ever know? I don't know if that makes sense right now, but it might later. Regardless, it's uncertainty, and that's literally what keeps us in the positions we're in, because we're uncertain. If we take the step out, we need to have security, we need to have certainty, we need to have that paycheck, right? Of course we do. I mean, I have a rent to pay, bills, etc. Who doesn't? We want to get a good credit score. All this stuff we live up to. But what about all the other stuff we don't live up to? I mean, they don't teach us this stuff, and it's up to us to learn it. And I want to leave this video with two things. I have to thank a woman named Ashley Stahl, TED Talk, and Peter Sage. Absolutely phenomenal people to listen to and to follow. I'd have to say, after the day I heard her TED Talk and after the day I heard his, I got hooked, and ever since I've been on this path of self-discovery, and it led me to something else called human design, but that's for another video. Catch you later.